it's Camille with 30 Day Singer, and today we're learning African American spirituals. So these go back to um, a lot of them being written during the time of slavery in the American South. And so we'll hear and read a lot of biblical themes and kind of allusions to um, the pain, the tragedy, and also the hope that enslaved African Americans had. Um, the series that we're in is working through songs. We're learning the song and then troubleshooting how we can sing it better. Um, the three tunes I have planned for today are Down by the Riverside, Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child, and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. I think we'll probably start with Swing Low, Sweet Chariot because that's probably the most well-known one. I will put some sheet music for you to look at in the chat. You don't need to read sheet music in order for this to be helpful. You can just read the lyrics. But I do find it helpful to see the visual, the notes going up and down. If you are here live, you can let me know if we've got sound all working, piano all working. So there's piano. Let me know. Give me like a thumbs up or a yes piano in the comments. And I will get your first link to sheet music for Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Okay, following this link, you may need to verify that you're human. Here's piano again. Okay, so this is giving us 3 different key options. I'm going to go through each and we'll try to go with the one that will work for the most amount of people. So this is key of F. We would either be singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, or Swing Low, Sweet Chariot for low voices. So that's key of F. The highest, coming for to carry me home, swing low, would go up to the D5. And then lowest pitch, that C. So that might be a good spot for a lot of folks. Let's see though. Another option would be key of G. Maybe. Let's try key of D. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I kind of like that. I think that might be a better fit than key of F. So let's start there. I will give you a new sheet. There you go. Okay, so open up that link. Again, you don't need to read the sheet music because I'll be giving you the melody by rote. Okay, have we had a piano come through? Let me know, hopefully. Here it is again. So that is the verse. Then we have, I guess I wouldn't really call that the chorus. So maybe it starts with the chorus and then goes to the verse. looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. And then we go back to the swing low. Okay, so line by line, we're going to learn this, and then we'll, like I said, troubleshoot how to sing it better. So I'll give you just these first two lines or two measures. Here it is, swing low, sweet chariot. Give that a try. High voices, you're starting on F sharp 4. Low voices, you're starting on F sharp 3. I'll give you a 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Next line, coming for to carry me home. Give it a try. Ready and sing. Put those two together. So swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Ready and sing. Next line, swing low, sweet chariot. So here you can see, and this is why I like having you use the sheet music, you can see that chariot is the exact same both times. So swing low is different, but actually, and sweet is different, but chariot, exactly the same. Again, here's that next line. Swing low, sweet chariot. Give it a try starting on B4 or B3. Again, I'll give you a ready and sing. Okay? Ready and sing. Finishing it out. Coming for to carry me home. Give it a try. Ready and sing. Put all of that together before we go on. Just checking in. Okay. Hello. Welcome. So again, high voices, you're on F sharp 4 to start. Low voices, F sharp 3. 1, 2, ready and sing. Okay, this time I'm going to play the chords so we can get a sense of what that sounds like while I sing the melody. So you sing the melody with me, but you're just aware of the chords underneath. Swing low. I'll give you a ready and sing. Okay, starting here or here. Ready and sing. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Okay, those chords kind of move a little bit fast at the end. Moving on, just about. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? So just that. Give that a try. I looked. Ready and sing. And then we have coming for to carry me home. So that you've already sung. Coming for to carry me home, exactly the same. Give it a try. I looked, ready, and sing. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Next line. A band of angels coming after me. Again. A band. Ready and sing. And then you finish it out. Coming for to carry me home. We've sung that as well. Coming for, ready and sing. Coming for to carry me home. Okay, start from I looked over Jordan. Ready and sing. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. Okay. I will now go back all the way to the beginning. Swing low. We'll try the whole thing and then we'll start troubleshooting. Ready? Starting here or here. I'll give you a 1, 2, ready, and sing. Okay? 1, 2, ready, and sing. Swing low. And then you would go back, swing low. Okay, this time with chords. So I won't play the melody, I'll just play the chords for you, making the sheet music smaller so it'll all fit on one page. Ready? Giving you 1, 2, ready, and sing. Swing low. Okay, and then it would be back to the beginning, swing low. Okay, I'm going to pause to cough and take a drink of water. Okay, jumping back in. We'll sing this. Typically, we would sing this on something like an SOVT, or we would breathe through it, but I want to just jump right to a syllable. So sing on something, whatever feels easy for you. I would suggest something like ma or ba. So we get a chance to sing the melody, but we don't have to deal with any differing vowels or anything that is trickier because of the words. So sing on ma ma or ba ba. So ma 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 ma. So each syllable gets a ma. Ma 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 ma, or ba 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 ba. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready and ma. Ah, ma 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 ma. Okay, back to lyrics now. Hopefully, it felt maybe a tad easier singing on ma or ba. So, I want to slow down just a tad. And my question for you here is there any spot that gets tricky? Or is there any spot where suddenly it's not feeling as good or sounding as good? And just flag that spot, and you can put it in the chat as well. And as always, I will try to anticipate what those spots might be for the majority of folks. Okay, adding lyrics back on and paying attention to whether it gets a little odd or more difficult. 1, 2, ready and sing. Okay, checking in. Any spots that got tricky for you? I would imagine the beginning is pretty straightforward. Swing low, sweet chariot. Now, perhaps this first pitch, swing low. For me, my voice is a little bit confused there. Low voices, this won't be an issue. Swing low. You're just an easy peasy chest voice. But for high voices like mine, um, or if you're, of the alto persuasion, this F sharp, your voice might be a little confused there, like, should I be mixing? Should I be in chest voice? So if your voice is like unsure of what to do, um, I encourage you to try both ways. So you could try more mixy. Swing low, sweet chariot, swing low. Or you could try just in chest voice. Swing low, sweet chariot, and make a decision. It's at that spot where you could go either way, and if you're having a hard time deciding, try it both ways. Just commit to one and see if it's easier to just stay kind of in one mode, because you're going to be going to chest voice for low. Low and chariot. So I hope that makes sense. Maybe some of you were like, okay, that's helpful. And then, like I said, low voices, you're probably no decisions to make. You're good. Okay. Sweet chariot. Next line, troubleshooting. Coming for to carry me home. So there, low voices, You should still be in chest voice, swing low. In fact, you're going to be in chest voice the whole time. So registration is not an issue for low voices in this key. For high voices, it might be. So coming for to carry me home. There might be some confusion or indecision as you're ascending of what to do there. I find for my voice, I just kind of switch gears at carry. Coming for to carry me home. Kind of use the beginning of the word carry as like a clean entrance into mix. Swing low, sweet chariot. And then kind of same thing. I'm like staying in that mixy place for swing low, sweet. And then back to chest voice for chariot. Coming for to carry me home. So if you have like a more of a soprano-y voice and you're staying in chest voice easily, then no issue. But I know for a lot of singers, this could be a tricky spot, this kind of leading up to A, G, A, B in this range. So particularly if you are more of a beginning singer and you're having to shift gears a lot, like you're not super comfy mixing, then you might have to make some decisions about where you're going to step into head voice, where you're going to get back into chest voice. Another, yeah, I'm speaking super nitty gritty right now, but I look for spots to make that transition where there's the beginning of a word or a big leap. So, our first example of that, coming for to carry me home. There's a leap between the D and the F sharp, coming for to care. And it's also the beginning of a word. Me home, swing low, sweet. Here again, we have a big leap from sweet to chair. And it's the beginning of a new word. So I hope that makes sense to you, Burr. If so, let me know. Then we have, I looked over Jordan and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Once you've made those registration decisions, then you can just kind of copy paste. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. The one thing I'll say here is the word carry, coming for to care. That k sound. It has a puff of air, but it does not have your vocal folds coming together to make a pitch on a k. So for some singers, for some singers, that k sound could cause you to kind of lose stability or even crack. If you're experiencing that, so if you're going, coming for to care, and you're flipping into head voice where you don't want to, one thing to try first is to drop the lyrics and sing on ma 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 or ba 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 again. Ma 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 or ba 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 ba. It kind of warms you up in that zone, and it also reminds you, oh yes, I can do this. I can sing those pitches. The other thing to try is to insert a little bit of g into the k. So instead of carry, say Gary. You're not going to leave it like that, but just as a start, sing coming for to Gary me home and see if it's easier. Ready and sing, coming for to Gary me home. For me, much easier. Now, I don't want my audience to think that I'm singing Gary me home, so I'm going to ease off of that strong g sound come and carry me home. Give it a try. And sing, coming for to carry me home. And then once you're comfortable with that, maybe you can go back to just a k sound. But that's a substituting a plosive consonant or an unvoiced consonant with a voiced one. We do that sometimes when the pitch is a little bit tricky, and it can help us because our vocal folds are vibrating on the g sound, not the k sound. Okay, let's do this one more time before we jump into another song. I'm going to play chords for you. Starting F sharp 4 or F sharp 3. Ready and sing. And then you could go on if you wanted to. Okay, very good. Let's jump to our next song. This is Down by the Riverside. Let's get a lead sheet. So lead sheet is the melody, typically the sung melody, the chords, the lyrics. It doesn't have fully what to play on piano or, say guitar, but the chords are there. So if you know how to read chords, then you're good. There are two key options here, G major and F major. Gonna lay down my sword and shield, gonna lay down my burden. Gonna lay down my burden. Or key of F. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Okay. Let's think. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. So we could be in this key. I want to see, just out of curiosity, what the key of C might be like. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside and study war no more. If we have a preference, let me know in the chat. That feels like kind of an easier key to sit in. I think I'd rather just be an easy peasy chest voice right now. Okay, getting another chord chart for me, but you can look at the lead sheet that we had. So now key of C, starting on E4 or E3. And our first line goes, Gonna lay down my burden. Again, gonna lay down my burden. Give it a try. 1, 2, ready and sing. Next, we have down by the riverside 3 times. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. So the first and the third are the same. The second one is a little bit different. So give that a try, the down by the riversides. Starting here, I'll give you a ready and go. Ready and go. And you'll notice if you're looking at this lead sheet or sheet music, there are accidentals. So there are pitches that technically don't belong in the key, and that gives the melody a little bit more tension. Really easy actually to finish this out. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. That's all what we've sung before. So finishing it out, it's and study war no more. So give me and study, ready and go. Okay, all of it from the start, gonna lay down. I'll give you a 1, 2, ready and sing. Ready? 1, 2, ready and sing. Sorry. These accidentals are getting me because I'm looking at it in the key of F, but I'm playing it in the key of C, and my brain is going, help. Let's try that one more time. A 1, 2, ready and sing. So I used this song in another lesson series recently as an example of syncopation. Syncopation occurs when you're stressing a beat that is typically not stressed. So if we were, I guess this is technically in cut time, but gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. The claps are the steady beat that normally would be stressed, but you'll hear that the melody is often kind of in tension with that. And you're stressing what you might call the off beats, or when I'm not clapping. So just observe. If you want to sing, you can. If you want to also clap along, you can. I just want you to feel that kind of tension that's a result of the syncopation. So gonna lay down. I'll give you 1, 2, ready and go. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside and study war no more. So at the end there, war no more. You're landing with the beat and it sounds kind of very plain compared to everything that came before. Okay. Gonna play chords this time. Super, super simple chords. That's it. Just 2 chords kind of going back and forth. So a chance to sing this with the chords instead of me plunking out the melody. Ready? 1, 2, ready and sing. Gonna lay down. Good. So I think, hi, Julian. Awesome. Thank you for being here. So we can go on to the I ain't gonna study war no more. But I think I'd like to kind of troubleshoot what we've already done. I think the first tricky spot for some folks, it's just going to be a pitch thing because we have these accidentals, this half step motion, like the very, very beginning. Gonna lay. So that's just a half step or a semitone. Those pitches are really close together. And then we have on the down by the riverside. Listen really closely. So we have E, D sharp, E, D, C. I'm going to isolate just that. So listen to the difference between E and D sharp. And now E and D. Okay, let's do a little bit of listen and repeat just so you can get this in your ear and in your voice. So sing for me. Down by the. Again, that's the half step. Down by the. Sing river. Again, river. And now finishing it out, riverside. So can you feel that those are so close, the E to D sharp and E to D, but they are different? And you have a similar pattern on down by the riverside. That's D, D, C sharp, D, C, B. Again, the difference between a half step and a whole step, or a semitone and a tone. And we want to be confident with that. Any other issues? I don't think the only spot next that comes up that I could foresee maybe being a little bit tricky is when we have God and study war no more. Just that. It's on an E vowel, and it might start to feel a little bit pulled depending on where this sits in your range. So I'll demonstrate what that might feel and sound like if I have issues with the E vowel. And study, E, starting to be a little bit pulled, a little bit strident. And the fix here is simply to allow a little bit more space, letting the jaw drop. So instead of E, maybe E. And study, E. So give that a try. It's like your mouth, your jaw is saying and your tongue is saying e. Try that. Say e, e. Not e, but e. And you'll feel to make an e sound, it's just your tongue kind of coming up and forward. So that's the fix there if you're feeling that E get a little bit pulled and the tone get a little strident. And study E instead of E. See, when I try to do a really, really closed E, my voice cracks. So if your voice is cracking there, you're not alone. We have to modify that vowel. And in general, vowels, like, it would be uncommon to sing through an entire song where you don't have to modify at least one vowel. Okay. Okay, let's do that in context. We'll just go from the beginning, gonna lay down. But then when we come to those two spots we identified, down by the riverside, see if you can hear and be very accurate with that semitone, whole tone movement. And then study instead of study. Ready? A one, a two, ready and sing. Gonna lay down. Good. Okay. Moving on. By the way, this last 15 minutes in our hour lesson is really for you. It's Q&A time. So if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer. Actually, I listened to a podcast where they call it question and response, and I like that. So question and response, because sometimes there isn't just one easy answer. So I will respond, Q&R, but I would like to at least start on sometimes I feel like a motherless child. This one is beautiful. And obviously very somber as well. Oops. Okay, here is the lead sheet in the key of C. I'm verifying that I'm human. Let's take a look at this. It was first documented in the 1870s. So it dates back to the era of slavery. and it was commonly heard during the civil rights movement as well. Lots of folks have recorded this song. I was looking really recently in the Elvis biopic. Jasmine Sullivan recorded a rendition for this. I'll have to listen to that because I haven't. I love Jasmine Sullivan though, so I'm looking forward to hearing her version of this. But yeah, Elvis Presley, Van Morrison, Odetta, lots of folks have recorded this. And Julian is asking, is most of spiritual style straight tone? I wouldn't say so. It's I think vibrato is acceptable. So this is key of E minor or G. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Or sometimes I feel like a motherless child. I think, Julian, why I'm reverting to straight tone is just for clarity of pitch, as we're teaching and learning these melodies. Because if I sing with too much vibrato, the pitch sometimes becomes less clear. So I'm using straight tone more just to teach. But you're welcome to let your vibrato in naturally. Okay, so we've got that sheet music if you'd like it. Here we are. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And I know as well, in the same way that I'm teaching with kind of straight tone, these songs are often whoever sings them will make the song their own. So I'm teaching what's on the page, but in many, many versions of this, you're going to hear the melody a little bit differently. The rhythm will be different. So if this sounds kind of boring and plain, just know that we're using what's been notated, what's been recorded, but it's certainly accepted to make this song your own. Okay, try that first line with me. Sometimes. 1, 2, ready, sing. Now the second line. Sometimes I feel, and then like a motherless child. So the only difference is your second pitch. Listen to the difference. That's the first line. And then, and when you hear the chord, it fits there beautifully. So the first chord is this. Second chord is this. So give that a try. The second line. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Give it a try, you. 1, 2, ready, sing. Okay, put those two lines together. So first line and second line. 1, 2, ready, sing. With the chords now. 1, 2, ready, sing. Okay, next line. Ooh, so pretty. So we have sometimes I feel like a motherless My recovering voice is not super in love with that D5, but hopefully yours is. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And that pitch, you'll see there's a little sharp sign, looks like a hashtag in front of it. It doesn't technically belong, but that's what makes it sound so cool. Give that a try. 2, ready, sing. And then it leads to a long way from home. And then a long way from home. So let's try just the a long way from home. Z. Ready, along. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay. Let's go back because that actually is the melody. The words change, but those are all the notes. Along from the beginning sometimes. You'll also see kind of a funny symbol. And if you're not used to reading sheet music, this might be new to you. So when we have sometimes I feel like a motherless child, that spot, you'll see like an arch and then a little dot. That is called a fermata, and it means you hold that note out, and it's up to you how long you hold that for. So basically, you go out of time. It's like you're pausing, and then you go back in. If the fermata wasn't there, we would go, sometimes I feel like a motherless child a long way. But this, instead, it's like pause there. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child along, and then you go back into it. So I'll hold it for a little, but just know that whoever sings the song, they're going to choose how long to hold that for. If you sing it, you choose. Ready? I will play the chords this time. Sometimes. 1, 2, ready, sing. Like a motherless child. Okay, how'd it go? So I think obviously that little D sharp might be a tricky spot. Are there any tricky spots for you? One other spot that I would anticipate there may be being issues for some people is that D5, even if you're, totally healthy and in good voice, still it's a semi-high pitch and it's an E vowel. So that can be helpful for some folks. It can be horrible for others, just depending on where this sits in your range, what register you're in. So Similar to our last song where we had that E vowel modification, we'll do something similar here. So sing, we're at sometimes I feel. Instead, sing on mama, mama, or yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so nice and open. And we'll continue on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ready? Go. One more time. Sometimes that's enough to just open it up and kind of give you confidence that, okay, it's not the pitch, it's just the vowel. So the pitch might have been tricky on an E, but on an ah, no problem. So this time, with that confidence and maybe with a little bit of that space, sometimes I feel like a. Give it a try. It's okay if it sounds a little funky. 2, ready, sing. Sometimes I feel like a. That might be problem solved for you and you don't have to get into the weeds. But if it didn't solve it and you're still going feel, like closing up, getting squeaky, cracking, then we can go a little bit more step by step. Sing, sometimes I fall like a. This is just a step in the journey. It's not the destination. So sing, sometimes I fall like a. 2, ready, go. Now, ah, jaw, e, tongue. Sometimes I feel like a. Now, that's again, it's too far. It doesn't sound enough like the word feel, but it's just a step in the process. So still think ah, sometimes I fall like a, but make e with your tongue. Feel, feel. I know it sounds dumb, but we'll get there. 2, ready, go. And now on your own, because we wrap up here, but on your own, you can also try this in a less tricky spot in your range. So you could take it down the octave. Sometimes I feel like a, and you can play with the modification or the shading of that E vowel that's going to work for you. I find sometimes it's too much. It's like you're trying to kind of learn how to ride a bike while the bike is in motion kind of thing. So sometimes it's too much to put all the components together. If you take some away, so like take away the tricky pitch or take away the melody entirely and just work on it with your speaking voice. Sometimes I feel, and then try. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. So it feels natural, and then you go back to the pitch and the melody. Okay, that kind of flew by. I hope that you maybe were introduced to a song that you haven't heard before, maybe gained a tip or two for troubleshooting, whether, songs like this or others that you're working on. But that's our goal here doing these, song work lessons, is that you learn how to do a little bit of troubleshooting on your own without the help of a teacher. Um, yeah, that's it. All right, my friends, thank you for joining. I will not see you next week, but you will see Abram, and then I look forward to seeing you when I'm back. All right, bye bye.